sunk an enemy destroyer.
Hey team, this is Ripper here. You guys doing fantastic today. Got a fun video with the Druid again, man. One of my favorite destroyers still till this day, and it's pretty damn awesome. And it's fun when you're actually doing this kind of marine recon, force recon scout that you're just going out there and just being this force that is more of a supportive role rather than an offensive role, and you can still have fun doing it at the same time. Meanwhile, we're also talking about how to become successful in destroyer gameplay as well. But as always, before we begin, like, subscribe, button below. Appreciate all the supporters of the channel. See what we're doing here. Let us know by making it happen at the bottom there. It's free. It helps support the channel, and we're having a blast doing it. So, as always, let's get right to it. What are we doing as a destroyer player? We are literally just being that force multiplier in the front, allowing ourselves to be a I would say a good scout, but also being that threat to not only destroyers, to radar cruisers and so forth that eliminate a lot of your friendly destroyers as well. You can notice the other team has a Druid, and that is a big threat to us. We have to make sure he goes down. Also, we have a smoke screen in front of us, which when we look at the lineup, we see a Regalo there, which probably is what's in front of us because they're the torpedoes, 8 torpedoes. Regalo also has a crawling kind of smoke, so you can see it's moving around. Yep, there's the stats right there, Regalo, and he is somewhere in front of us. And there he goes. He pops up right in front of with our Hydro active, so that means we can either spot him within 3 kilometers, but because our firing range is so close in smoke, we're going to have to go ahead and leave our smoke screen and go straight at him. Notice I'm nosing in, mitigating his gun threat because he only has the back turrets now. He's also being spotted by us, and he's getting shot by our friendlies right there, and he's just getting walloped. And then let's see if we can eliminate this guy as much as we can. And he goes down right there. That is one destroyer down. Now watch how many people fire at us. This is the power of being a good kind of decoy destroyer where you're literally shimmy, shimmy, shake, shaking left and right, left, right. Play with the throttles. Anything you can do. That's why I'm looking behind here, watching people, how they're shooting. And most likely they're leading us. So that's where I just literally slam on the brakes, let them overshoot me. That's where I see a lot of the fires. See all the fires going above our heads right there. Over 1 million pieces of ordnance shot at us right there. And look at that power of that distraction right there. And that is us being a threat in the center right there. And always, everybody likes shooting at a destroyer. And you can see people in the chat are saying, hey, we like, we know who you are. So I've noticed that potato quality and FLAMU and FlameBats always say, yeah, people are looking for you out on the screen, and they got the apps, mods, whatever it is on there that look for what kind of player you are, and they're probably more focusing you down nowadays lately anyway. So anyways, right there we have the quick smoke screens that I've always told you about I like in the Druid and the British Destroyer class, like the Daring, the Druid. You have the Z42 has it now, and those quick smokes, Sevilla. I mean, basically, it allows you to get out of dodge for free, and it really is that hit-and-run tactic that I really do enjoy, especially in the destroyer gameplay role, and that is exactly why it is a very powerful defensive tool, but it allows you to become that threat because you can literally go in and out of smoke at will, and allows you to be this machine gun of a threat inside of smoke where you really desperately need it for your team when that threat does arise, and it's pretty damn awesome. That's why I like it a lot. I wish most destroyers do have it, but of course it'd be powerful for a lot of quick firing gunboat DDs out there. All right, here we go. We're going to focus on the Ohio now. Again, so now notice at the top right corner how much we've spotted in in spotting damage. Over 115,000. We've already got 1 million potential. And look at this. We are the annoying destroyer in my book, surpassing the 1 million potential as well as spotting. You're going to see this game. We're going to spot over 250,000 damage, and that is the power of being that spotter for your team. And that's a great example of what one of your roles is as a destroyer player, but going out there to spot the threat for your team, because your team cannot shoot what it cannot see. So it's the best thing you can do is really get out there. You can lead from the front, you spot, continuously spot. And I learned it in clan battles. You don't necessarily have to be firing and shooting and doing all the things. You can literally just be in front and allowing your major big battleship and cruiser players to use their guns to do the heavy lifting while you're out there really spotting, providing that line of sight, screening for torpedoes and destroyers, and then giving your team that offensive edge so that they can continuously use all their bigger guns than you do. Because as much as it's cool to have a gunboat DD main, it's awesome, but the problem is your guns only produce so much firepower. Although they have great, DPM, sometimes it's just something you got to rely on your team. And this is a team game. I always say that, teamwork makes a dream work. And you being that team player rather than, I'm just going to farm for damage, it really doesn't solve the problem sometimes in this kind of this game, because you're going to realize at the end of the day, you can't just carry the team all the time. You're going to have to rely on your teammates. All right, here we go. We eliminate the other daring player. Now all we have left is Gdansk. So notice you eliminate all the destroyers, you're going to increase the odds of you winning drastically. So notice how right here we're positioning. We're trying to stay in the middle here because I don't like this game mode much. It's standard battle, which means you just kill everybody or capture their home base or capture the flag kind of mentality. I find that it's kind of boring in that sense because now it just focuses on people killing each other, where that's all the focus is. So everybody just sits in the back and hopes, just waits it out. Or number two is you're trying to rush into the flag so fast that everybody just kills themselves, and it's kind of just stagnant gameplay because nobody's really capping the home base right off the bat. I like kind of domination, capture the points a lot better because it allows you to have something of an objective always ready in front of you. All right, here we go. Gdansk leading him right there. He is a very big ship, very slow, easy to hit for me. I see the downside of Gdansk. It's such a large destroyer that it's not hard to hit. And like that, I just keep the reticle on there, keep firing the AP shells that are improved AP and heavy AP shell damage in the Druid that I've built for, and it really just eliminates them just by sitting there. So I can blind fire and smoke with ease. All right, here we go. Let's take out the Janan. Our next threat will be the Worcester, which is 9-kilometer radar, so we know. Again, notice how I have the mods on there. Some people keep asking me, check out my mod video. It's an Aslane's mod, the Tiktikau, I can't pronounce it. It is the mod for Minimap, which allows you to have these the rings on available. You can see here, I can actually turn on certain rings, like hydro rings I like to have up. I like to have up radar rings, things of that. You can do whatever you want. That is the mod. It's the Tiktikau. I don't know how to pronounce it. TAO is somewhere in it. But it's really, really awesome. It's one of the best minimap mods out there to allow you to see smoke, you see torpedoes, see radar threats. It gives you everything in a one-stop shop, so pretty awesome. All right, we're using Laurie right here. He's probably going to take a full blunt of torpedoes right here, going full broadside. Again, still spotting. Look at that. People are still firing at us right here. We're going 1.4 potential damage. People firing at us because they love shooting at the little destroyer Druid here. And, like I said, being this great force... It's our Marine Force Recon going up front, taking shots, spotting for teams at the same time while providing the quick smoke and the gunboat. Dude, the Druid does it all. That I really do enjoy the kind of style of gameplay that most destroyers should be doing, where you're really, like I said, you're up front, you're spotting, you're torping, you're screening, you're killing destroyers, and you're also taking objective like the Shimakaze player up front is. Kudos to him. He's out there, literally capping their home point, so that way it keeps the... the game, I guess you could say, interesting and alive. So more the enemy team's now focused on like me or somebody else in the back rather than the objective, which is capture the home base. All right, quick pop smokes right there. Notice that the Worcester has now given up his position after he popped smoke. Again, we're maintaining outside of his radar range, which eliminates his entire capabilities altogether, and I find that's a very good thing to notice as a destroyer player. When you know the capabilities of your enemy, you can negate all his offensive forces by basically just staying outside of it and basically put him irrelevant in the game. The Worcester can't use his radar. He can't use his guns. He's blind firing into me, and it's not really doing him any good. He's going to run away and just be a non-significant factor in the rest of the game. Again, we're up to 1.6 million potential damage, 165 in spotting damage, 88,000 damage right here. And watch the firepower we're going to bring to bear on the GK right here. Notice the smoke screen is about to go away. 6 seconds right here. Now, basically, I know I can tank enough damage where I can survive this onslaught, this duel. So I can keep firing. I'm going to go detected right there, and I'm going to just keep firing at his superstructure and then see who he decides to fire at. He doesn't fire at me. That's good. So now he fires. Somebody else is firing at us. I believe it's Ohio. Let's see if we can take this guy out. Oh, okay. Colbert, way to go there. Somebody else fired at us, I believe. Yep, it was Zhao. So Zhao was firing at us. Again, we're still drawing fire from long range. Save that damage con later until you go undetected, so you do not catch that perma fire right there. If we had caught that perma fire, it would have brought us down a lot more, much lower than the 5,000 health we have. Notice I've built this Druid out to 30,000 HP because that's what you're going to need nowadays. 30,000 HP destroyers are a lot more comfortable to play. You can tank a lot more, fire a lot more, risk a lot more, as opposed to playing with 20,000, 23,000 destroyers. All right, pushing in Ohio here. So we're going to go ahead and put the AP into his superstructure right there. Notice we're at 205,000 damage being shot at all the time right now. And now we're going to take out a battleship. This is another bread and butter thing of the Druid. Sitting in smoke and just farming damage, helping your team out to destroy the threat. And way to go, Stalingrad takes out the Ohio. And now we have open season on their home base. Meanwhile, also paying attention to the minimap, we have a Bungo coming in right here. So we're going to see if we can eliminate him. Zhao is way too far out. Wooster's out of the game. So again, see what we did. They're literally just hanging out in the middle of the map, spotting for a team, doing over 205,000 damage spotting, 1 million potential damage, which means that was how much ordnance was fired at us instead of our friendlies. And that's a great thing that you can do as a quick smoke DD main, where you're literally just being able to get everybody to shoot at you, pop smoke, go undetected, and then start moving on to the next objective. And that's what you want to do. Pop in, pop out, and then you're literally that moving threat, that constant moving threat that's getting the enemy team literally to be keeping their head on a swivel, but causing them to be out-positioned, and they're not really focusing on the objective because you're all over the place. And that's what I find is very effective as a good destroyer player, because you're always keeping the enemy moving and on their toes right here. Bungo is now flooding. We can open fire because we're not afraid of the threat. He's almost dead. Let's see if we can get him. His guns are not looking at us, which is a good thing to always look at. If he's not looking at us, he's not going to shoot at you. So here we go, and there it is. Splash 3. 102,000 damage, 1.8 million, and we spotted 257,000 spotting damage. So we did a lot of work right there. And you notice it wasn't that cosmic of a gameplay. We didn't really... We weren't actively fighting so much that we were just out there spamming, guns, or if I was a torpedo main and launching torpedoes. I literally was just being that force. I was always up front, in front of my team, to make sure that, hey, look where I'm at. I'm always loitering in this middle to keep line of sight on the objective, on other enemy ships. And notice my ships are right here in the back, and that's where they're shooting from. So again, being that recon, the ISR platform, allows you to really do a lot of damage as a spotter, and also to survive the long haul of the battle, because at the end of the day, whoever survives at the end is able to cap at the end and win the game and the objective. So that's how you pretty much do it. And again, be slow, methodical. You don't have to rush into your death. You can go 3/4 speed like I usually do and slow down. And being able to be at 3/4 to half speed allows me to slam on the brakes a lot quicker, to pop these quick smokes. As you can see, Zhao firing us right there. Now he's revealed his position. We pop the smoke, we go undetected, and he is spotted for the next 20 seconds. And that allows our teams to fire as well as we're firing as well. You notice he's still looking at us. That means he's not firing at our friendlies. The Yoshino is spotted, so he's not going to fire at our friendly. Yoshino is going to keep looking at us. And that is how you end the game right there. Let's see if we can take this guy out. Do we get a free kill? Oh, nope. Zhao Yoshino gets it right there. Good job there. Now we pretty much have the cap at hand. And Wooster, again, was out of the battle for the whole time. He might as well have been rendered dead anyways, because he can't do anything. And guess what we're also going to do? We're also going to cap the objective. That is also a great job of what a destroyer player is supposed to do. You're supposed to cap the objective and win the game, as always. But as always, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in your comments. Like, subscribe button below. Appreciate all the supporters of the channel. Build will be at the end of the video. And can't thank you guys enough. And look at these stats on this bad boy right here. Look at this. We got Dreadnought receiving 120% damage. I mean, literally 1.5 million potential means people were shooting at you. Combat Scout doing a lot of spotting for our team, and we got the first blood. Look at that, killing the first DD right off the bat. And by doing so, look, you get around top 2, top 3 of the team right there. And man, these stats are pretty darn fun for a Druid player, just being that simple gunbow DD main. Spotting damage, potential damage, capping. I mean, we did a brunt of the workforce, but we didn't really have to do much tanking. Much spamming. We really were being that supportive role, the ISR platform, to help out our team and being that supportive player. But as always, if you see me out there, make sure you say hi. You guys stay safe, and we'll talk to you soon. Cheers.